Hello, guild members. I Game Master 1000. Welcome back to an episode of Onimusha 3 after 8 billion years. Ay ay ay. Okay, so the short and skinny of it is I got a new PC that's actually able to run this game on the emulator I wanted to, and now we can actually record it after a whole year. So everything should be running buttery smooth, and I shouldn't have to worry about it anymore, correct? Where the frick am I going? This is where... Okay, this is not where Philip died.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
So in the last episode, if you remember, Philip is dead.
Papa, au secours!
Tiens bon, Henri, j'arrive! Merde, plus de balles! Henri! Merde, mon bras. Mais qu'est-ce qui est arrivé à mon bras?
Oh. It's doing that weird thing again. I don't really know how to stop that. It's just a little bit blurry on the text parts. And this is really loud in my ears. It's not as loud for you. But for me, it's incredibly loud because of how I have the emulator set up. This episode's gonna be a lot of, like, dialogue, by the way. So this is gonna be a really dialogue-heavy episode. Suck that up. So I'm kind of stalling here for a minute because I want to actually get a word in, but like this video is going to be a lot of talking from the characters and cutscenes.
Henri! Henri! Qu'est-ce que tu fais là?
You, from a foreign land, I am speaking directly to your mind now. Mark my words. You are in Japan, 500 years before your time.
Qu'est-ce que tu racontes? Où est Henri?
Your son is in your time. What you just saw was an illusion.
Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire, une illusion d'optique? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire?
This land is overrun with Genma, whose design is to control man.
Un Gamelan?
That is the name for the monsters that appeared in your time. 10 days from now, Samanosuke Akechi, who was chosen by the Oni clan, just as you were, will challenge the Genma Lord Nobunaga Oda in a battle at Hanoji Temple. But Samanosuke cannot win alone. If you want to return to your time and see your son, then you must combine your strength with Samanosuke and defeat Nobunaga at Hanoji Temple.
Ça n'a aucun sens. Ramène-moi d'où je viens.
Tengu, lend your help to this one until he defeats Nobunaga.
Attends un peu.
Use it well, this magic power that I have granted you.
Attends. Je n'ai pas encore fini. Hein?
Hey, Pops! No need to get all worked up. I'm Akko. I'm a Tengu. Pleasure to meet you.
What's going on? I can understand you.
Oh, it's my power. With me around, you'll be unstoppable. I got lots of neat powers. I dart around as fast as a bee. I'm sharp as a tack. I never...
I don't like flies. Now buzz off.
I'm no fly. I told you I'm a Tengu.
I'll get home no matter what. There must be a way. I just gotta find it.
Okay. Be prepared for a lot of dialogue like that because there's freaking a ton of it in this section in particular because they have to get Jock up to speed with everything. So we're going to be doing a lot of dialogue. It's going to be a lot of me looking at my phone, waiting for the dialogue to end. Not that I'm uninterested in this game and its dialogue, it's just the fact that like I've played this game so many times, man. I can't necessarily tell if this is the one I've played it actually isn't the one I played the most. I played the fourth one the most, probably. But this is definitely probably... I keep... Oxymorons, definitely probably. This is... I would say this is probably my favorite Onimusha game by far. This one in particular has a special place in my heart, despite the fact that I played Onimusha, the fourth one, Dawn of Dreams, the most. So... Okay, first of all, I want to get rid of the frickin' floating skull butthole over here before he takes all my souls. Is this part of the game where I can... Okay. The mechanic has not been implemented, but I believe in the fourth game you can... In the fourth game, you can use your soul absorption ability to suck them closer to you. So they'll you can actually reach them. They're really annoying enemies. Alright, we cannot go this way yet, after we... Okay, there we go, okay. No, we cannot go this way yet, because we need... Ow, yeah. We can't deal with them. Does this actually hurt me? Okay, they don't actually hurt me. It's interesting. I always thought they hurt you, but I guess there's just like, it's just a little slap on the wrist telling you that, alright, you need to go back. Leave. Now. Yeah, so if I attack them with the normal whip, they'll just flick me away. So I gotta find a different weapon to... I need to find a different weapon in order to get past there. Oh. My game froze there. That was a little bit concerning. I was a little bit worried it was going to crash. Crashes will be a very sad boy.
Who is this?
I think this game in particular, the third one in the series, is difficult to emulate, and like, it just can't be helped. For some reason, like, the PlayStation 2 emulator I'm using just... I mean, the totally legit copy of Onimusha 3 and the PlayStation I'm running on, Onimusha 3 is just a really intensive game, but its graphics is just too high. So the PlayStation 2 has historically always had a problem running it. Really unfortunate, but you know, that's just how it be. There's nothing I, or the software I'm running it on, which is the native software for the PlayStation 2, can do about it. It's really unfortunate. It is running pretty buttery smooth, though, gotta admit.
Your arm. It's you, that man who appeared in Paris. You sent me here. Tell me, how do I get back? Let go of me! What is it that you speak of? Are you a Western barbarian?
Stop it, Sean! This is the other man who was granted the magic power. His name is Samanosuke.
Why should I believe this?
Because apparently it's true.
Very well.
But what were you doing here, Samanosuke?
I came to look for Genma. They've been active lately. This is Mount Hiei. After Nobunaga set fire to the temple 11 years ago, killing those inside, the mountain was tainted with evil. Now it is a cesspool for Genma.
So, The only way to return to my time is to defeat the Genma. Let's go. I must return to my time. Until then, I'm depending on you. My name is Jacques Blanc. Call me Jacques.
I am Onimusha Samanosuke Akechi.
Alright, we just met our boy, Samanosuke, the man with the plan. Okay, so we're gonna use these echo sprites to upgrade our vests and junk. Well, actually, they don't upgrade our vests, they just do not allow us to use the vests in the first place, because we need to put the echo sprites in the vest before we can use it. So that's cool. There's a box over here, I believe. We use that. How do I get... There we go.
Right there.
Now, Akko
Here.
can get the
Jump.
thing. Bam. Okay. I don't think there's anything over here. Nope, nothing. Okay. Now we head onward. What we need to do is we need to get the next weapon, the fiery one, before we can actually get past these thorns. Thank you, Sam. You shot the owl. Unfortunately, you didn't shoot the other guy. Don't worry, I got it. Just handle. You're good, Sammy. Just let me. Yeah, there we go. He took care of it. Okay, so we just need to get the fiery weapon. And also, it's really cool. Something I didn't mention before in the other recordings, which I've been trying to do a lot, but Jacques' weapon is a whip, which is really nice. I like it.
The same kind of object was in here, too.
You're right. This might be a clue. Let's split up and search.
All right.
Okay, so this is where we'll get the flaming weapon, the flaming whip, but we need to get the thing to put the thing in the thing. So now we gotta go get the thing. Man, I was playing the PC version of this game, because there is, believe it or not, a PC version of this game. That's not worth playing because it's really bad. Hopefully, whenever they end up doing ports of the rest of the games, which I really hope they do, because I think Onimusha Warlords, the port they did for like all the PC and all the other consoles, is that it did really well. So hopefully that means they'll feel inclined to port the other three games. So technically 4, because I want them to port 2 through 4 and Genma Onimusha to Onimusha Warlords. That's the first game. What's it called? Onimusha Blade Warriors. That's what the game is called. I want them to port Onimusha Blade Warriors, which is a fighting game of all things, over to PC so more people can play it. But I just looked at the graphics compared to, you know, the PC port. And like, it's like night and day, man. Graphics in this game are so much better when running on the native hardware and not like on a PC, which was done a really poorly done port. It was taken off of Steam because it was like so shameful. That's how unfortunate. Like even with the minor graphical glitches, which can't be helped, unfortunately. So it's fortunately only like visible when we're going into like the oh, you got an item menu, which isn't like, it might as well just be a black screen at that menu at that point. Like it gives us all the information we need. Man, now that I'm able to run PlayStation 2 games on the like much better than I was before, I'm really excited for what other games I can play now. because there are so many games specifically for my childhood. Like I grew up playing the PlayStation 2 in specific. I am of the opinion that the PS2 is hands down the greatest console of all time. The only consoles that relatively come close to this are the Game Boy and the Wii, each for different reasons. Xbox is pretty good. I don't want to be one of those like gamers that's like, oh yes, the frickin' my console is great and yours is stinky. I should save my game before this crashes. Alright, I don't have anything to upgrade yet. Because this is going to crash one day. It's going to make me very sad. And it'll be at a time before I was able to save. So I should save my game. Okay. And now, what was I? I was talking about, yeah, I don't want to be one of those gamers that's just like, oh yeah, the frickin' my console is the best console, and if you don't play on the PlayStation 4 or 5 or whatever the frick, and you're a frickin', that makes you a beta cuck and everything. Like, no. The reason why, like, I would own a PlayStation, I would own a frickin' Xbox if the capitalism wasn't the way it was, and I could actually afford to. Most of us can't afford two consoles, so we stick with the ones that give us comfort. And honestly, at this point, I don't know what the selection of Xbox games are that make it worth buying over a PlayStation like console, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Plus, all the exclusives I want are like on the PS4. And like that Marvel game that came out is like, it has Spider-Man in it, only for the Sony version of the game. So you gotta play, whoops, I don't want to go to training. So you gotta frickin' go to the, you gotta buy the PS4 version of the game or play a Spider-Man in that game. Isn't that cool? Isn't that so cool and trendy and not at all, the dystopian version of video game capitalism? So good. I would keep complaining about capitalism, and I will complain about it some more. I just don't feel like it at the moment. But trust me, I will complain. I'll complain a lot. But basically, the freaking console wars is just to just play the video games you want. And if you're fortunate to be able to afford both, buy both. Because you're just missing out, man. I may think that the PS2 is the greatest console of all time, but like, my opinion isn't definitive. Who am I to give my opinion on the internet? You know? That's what you should remember. That's what you should ask yourself. Like, whenever you've seen opinions of someone on the internet, just be like, who is this person who has the right to give their opinion on the internet? No one's able to do that. People just need to keep their mouths shut and not talk about anything ever. We do not need opinions, we need facts. A hard, cold fact, like the fact that frickin', what's a hardcore fact that no one can disagree with? Hardcore facts that no one agrees. Oh yes, trans rights. Hardcore fact that no one can disagree with, ever. No one. Absolutely no one. No one has ever disagreed with him. There are no, particularly famous authors known for disagreeing with that topic. I certainly don't think that that specific author, who does not exist, is a pure plebeian, and generally not a good person. It's a good thing that author does not exist. Therefore, this point is moot. While we're on the topic of said author who definitely doesn't exist, aside from all the, you know, gestures generally in the direction of Twitter, like, are we just not gonna talk about the fact that, like, This person is clearly, either by accident or due either sheer malice or negligence, has put like a bunch of racial and like Jewish stereotypes in their books. And I don't think has ever gone on record apologizing for it. You could say, oh yeah, maybe it's just an accident. They did it by mistake, you know? Please don't crash. Thank you. Okay, I think I know why it's doing that, actually. Well, the reason why it's freezing isn't because it's crashing. It is freezing because I'm running this on an external hard drive, and it needs time to retrieve the files. I'm going to do that because it gives me enough copium to hold on to the idea that maybe it won't, that maybe it won't crash and I'll lose all my save data, and it will absolutely break my heart. Yeah, so this freaking alleged author, and even if we were to ignore the freaking, you know, gestures in the general direction of Twitter, even if we were to ignore all that, and even if we were to ignore all the, you know, gestures vaguely in the direction of, I don't know, what's the physical embodiment of racism? There's a joke there that someone more intelligent and or snarkier than I could come up with. But generally, waves in the general direction of racism. Even if we were to ignore all that spicy stuff, this alleged author, who has not made a story about wizard children going to school, which you can't point to any story in particular, because there are a bunch of them. So how could you ever know which one I'm talking about? Which does not talk about anything, because it does not exist. This book series does not exist. They just don't seem like a very competent writer. Like, I watched an imaginary video of this alleged author on YouTube. Very good video by a man named Sean. Cool skeleton man. Well, not necessarily a skeleton, more just like a skull. And he pretty much just talked about all the freaking weird writing decisions that this alleged author put in their story. Stuff involving the freaking, they just have a really weird habit of like, okay, it won't crash. There we go. Maybe I should run this natively on the hard drive to stop the freezing. What was it talking about? Oh yes. Basically, they just implement mechanics, and like, I haven't read any of these books, how could I, they're imaginary. I've not read any of these books. But from what I've heard, and I don't ever plan on reading them, one, because this alleged author is terrible in every way, shape, and form, and also, they're too long. I can't be asked to frickin' read all these imaginary books that do not exist. So, you disregard my opinion about this. Again, remember what I said, who am I to give my opinion on anything on the internet? But basically, it just seems like they write something in their story and they're just like, oh yeah, that no longer exists anymore for some contrived reason. I know many of you who are in the sphere of this imaginary book.
Good work.
You might know of the phrase, like, oh yeah, what happened to the time travel? Oh yeah, the time travel, it got knocked over, and now there's no more time travel. And it's like, frickin', there's also a plot point where Harry and Frickin' not Harry. Sorry, I forgot the name of the imaginary character. His name's Barry. Barry and his friend Dawn. They go on a joyride, and they smash Dawn's family's car. And Dawn and his family are known for being incredibly poor. And Barry is known for also being poor. But the thing is, he's recently come in contact with like a large sum of money. So he has the ability to give his friend Dawn at any moment. And he just doesn't. He just sits there frickin' with his thumb on his chin, scratching it, like, yes. Man, I do feel bad about, like, causing this poor family an inconvenience. If only there was a way I, personally, could right this wrong. Too bad there's no way that I could do that. Very unfortunate. No, it's another one of these skull buttholes. Please don't crash. No. Thank you. It's always so scary. I might need to move this to the, I'm gonna have to move this to the, hard drive on the computer. So that I don't get scared out of my mind every single time the game freezes. Alright, I did this puzzle before. We'll end this episode off when I finish the puzzle. This is gonna be impossible because I'm really bad at this. So, oh wait, never mind, I solved it. Okay. Never mind. I guess maybe we'll walk into the thing and do the boss. Basically, to end off my thoughts on this author who does not exist. Not a good writer, not a good person. Do not spend your money on their products. Because, fun fact, they will use the money you spend on their products. Not as the fact that they already have more. This alleged author has more imaginary monopoly money than anyone ever will in their lifetime. So it's moot about giving them more money. The problem is, this imaginary author decides it's a very good idea and a very sane thing to do. That people buying their products, enjoying their stuff, is a good validating point of their worldview. So you know, like a sane person. They see that people buying the product they made as validation that, like, oh yeah, they like this product, they must also like the idea that I freaking eat babies on the regular.
Sniff around. I'd think you were a dog.
Who are you?
Ranmaru Mori, head retainer of the Oda family. Oh, and who's the guest you've brought with you?
This guy is Sasuke if you were Twink, by the way. Just in case you didn't know.
You're human, aren't you? Why do you serve that monster?
I'd tell you, if you weren't going to die anyway.
There's the guy who's about to die in 10 days, but sure. Oh look, it's Marcellus. At least I think that's Marcellus.
Samanosuke, our boss already knows about Mitsuhide's pathetic rebellion.
Stop! Chuck, I'm going after him.
Hey!
I like the fact that the monster just let Samanosuke get away, but the rando, nah, time to clobber the rando. Oh! I was scratching my nose. Get up, Jacques! Okay, so we have to, yeah, this is definitely, Marcellus. In case you don't know, Marcellus was the penultimate boss of the first game. And was at the time Guildenstern's greatest creation. Now he is just relegated to a frickin' owl. Get up, Jock. Bam, 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 bam. Now he's relegated to the first boss that Jock has to fight. Okay, I'm feeling brave. Okay, what the frick is up with this camera? Ow, okay, I've absolutely forgotten how to fight this guy. I'm just sitting here like, ugh. I'm just sitting there like, oh yeah, there's a thing here. And I guess eventually he'll frickin'... I can use it to get invuln frames. Oh, that's what it's for! He does the frickin' slam move and it kills everything. Oh, take me away from him! Away! Okay, I don't have to worry. I get invuln frames when I do the thing. I also need to suck up those souls. Oh frick, I'm dead. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. We get invuln frames when we do this, so we don't have to worry. Take me away from the man, please. I have like 2 HP. Okay, I don't remember if in this game you return to life if you have Oni souls. I think you do. I don't want to test it. I'm gonna test it. It works, baby! I'm alive! Die, you fool! Suck this up. Suck this up. No, don't crash, please. Oh, he's dead. Man, this game is probably a lot harder than I remember it being. But fortunately, we had the gumption to get through it.
I can't die until I see Henri again.
Henri? You mean your son? Okay, don't
No,
worry.
Henri from
I'll
the
give him the word that you're safe and
frickin'
sound.
bodega that I get my paninis
I
from.
told you, I have lots of neat powers. A few hundred years is just a flutter away from me. But you had better start appreciating me.
I gotta realize, frickin' Akko can just casually teleport through time. Like, it's just presented as a casual thing she can do. Like, she can just time travel. Got it.
Stop.
I like how frickin'
Oh,
casual Semenosuke is. He's just like, someone's pointing a gun, he's just like, stop.
Samanosuke!
Cease. Do not do what you were doing.
Who are you?
I don't think guns can kill Semenosuke.
Oh, the Samanosuke here is different from the Samanosuke back there. Shoot, what a mess. I'm Akko. I came from the Age of Warring States to help you.
Wait. I'm sorry. I could not save your friends.
What? Oh my god. So that was all real. Damn monsters. I can understand you.
You can thank me for that. It's one of my powers.
Why did she suddenly go quiet for that?
You can't go back to your own time unless you defeat all
That was
of the
weird.
Genma that have come to Paris.
What?
But don't worry. A man named Jacques is in your time fighting the Genma there.
Jacques?
Oh, you know him? He is a stubborn one, I tell ya.
Jacques. You're alive.
Wow, so you're Jacques' fiancé? Oh, Jacques, you W.
Yes. But Jacques, how can he be in Japan's past?
Along with the other me. This is hard to believe.
Semenosuke, of all the things that you've been through,
Yes,
this is hard to
so bad.
believe. The time travel shenanigans, okay, that's fair, actually. No, when I said that out
Understood.
loud,
I'll
maybe
be there
time travel
immediately.
shenanigans are a little hard to believe.
Is it them again?
Samanosuke, could I ask you to do some ghost busting? My men need our help.
Certainly.
Does Samanosuke even understand what
Follow me.
ghostbusting is?
Yes.
We're in the 80s, right? I can't remember exactly when this takes place in, like, Jacques' time, but I think the Ghostbusters are definitely out. God, I've never questioned this before when she talks about ghostbusting, but this comes to question, like, what is canonically here in modern day, I don't even think what time zone. I don't even know what time this is set in. I think it's set in, like, I'm pretty sure it's the 80s or something, right? Maybe the 90s. I'm not certain. But she talks about ghost busting, so it's definitely after the time of, like, freaking, you know, who are you gonna call the Ghostbusters? The movies have come out, so what else is here? Do they know about freaking... It's locked. Oh, this guy conveniently died with the sewer key. I guess we know where he was heading. Man, so many questions. So little time to answer them. Because we are unfortunately out of time. I just want an area to frickin' save my game. Can I save my game, please? Oh, the frickin' slime monsters. Things are obnoxious. Die, die, die. Takes so much damage. And they frickin' spread into little slimes. Okay, you can step on them, I remember. Step on it. Get out of the way. Step on it. Thank you. They get into little slimes and they're just obnoxious. Oh great, it's an almost dead guy.
Tell me, what happened?
The monsters have got us. Our core's been scattered.
So there are survivors.
Yeah. Oh, please, save them, would you?
Okay. We need to save and get the heck out of here. Alright, pretty productive episode. If I do say so myself. Okay. Until next time, I'm Game Master 1000. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of these videos, you can like and subscribe if you'll give me a stay. It is good to be back. Hallelujah. Peace out, everybody.